Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Hank, and welcome to Age and Wealth Success. And you know what we do here? We help you to increase your business and your wealth. And, every week we have very, very special guests on that can help us increase our business and our wealth. And today I'm so happy to introduce you to Till Lowery. And Till, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Hank. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well,
a pleasure.
Till has just been incredible. She's been in real estate for over 30 years, and she has a very interesting niche that all of us will be interested in. And basically that she has a proprietary process to help anybody, regardless of their credit, regardless of their situation, in order to get financing for their home. And that means that all of us have ran into it where, they don't have good credit or whatever. So tell us about how are you able to do that? How are you able to get us money to buy houses with bad credit and a bad situation?
I know. First of all, thank you for having me. And I'm here to help realtors. I've been a realtor for 30 years.
Awesome.
And I know how hard realtors work for their money. So I made it my mission to help realtors make more money doing whatever they're doing and add to their clientele with credit challenge home buyers. So what do you do when you have a buyer who cannot qualify for a home loan? Yeah. You can really do nothing. You either send them to credit repair or, wait until they can. And most of the time they don't come back.
Right.
So I created the program out of necessity because my brother worked for NASA and he got laid off and then got a divorce.
Wow.
And then this is many years ago.
Yeah.
And then he has 4 children. Aww. And so when he had a divorce, he let his wife, or ex-wife now, keep the house and raise the children. Mm-hmm. And then he stayed in an apartment. And then, after a while, it gets old because you can't invite 4 children to your apartment. So he asked me and my husband to see if we could buy a house for him and he'll make the payment.
Awesome.
And give us a down payment. So we did that. And he was very happy. And then my sister asked me, because we're a family of self-employed people, right? So awesome. It's really hard to get a loan.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So they came
more and more people are going to become self-employed, and with everything going on. Yeah. Yes, entrepreneurs now will lead the way.
Right. So my sister asked, and then my cousin asked, and my friends asked, and my girlfriend's friends asked, and I'm like, maybe there's a business to be had here. So I've been doing this since 2002. That was the first deal I did with my brother.
Wow.
And then we've been doing it on a smaller scale. But when my daughter left for college, we're like, oh my gosh, we're empty nesters now. I have plenty of time. What do I do? So I decided to make it public to friends and families and help realtors to make more money, because I've seen a lot of realtors work very hard and struggle to get a check. And when we do actually get a check, our sellers or our buyers say you get so much money, but they have no idea how hard we work for to get one client.
Yeah.
So then I go to realtors and offer them a program with they can help their challenge credit home buyers who cannot qualify.
That's awesome.
To get into any home they want. That includes brand new home, any home on the market, Realtor.com, any home. So that's amazing. It's not a one house that we will have that they can own. We can own a finance. Yes, they can pick and choose.
Wow, that's great. And I know your proprietary system is called TL Global System. And don't you, I think you're going to offer us your book for free. Is that right?
Yes. You can go to easyrealtormoney.com And you
Easy.
can get,
Now I like this. I love easyrealtormoney.com.
yes, easy.
That is so great because one of my magical sentences is easy money, easy life. Easy money,
Yeah,
easy life. Easy money, easy life. And so your easyrealtormoney.com, and that's where we can where we can download the book. Then is that where the
yes,
book
it's a
is?
digital book about how for the home buyers, how they can get into a home they want. So it
Wow.
actually explains to them how it works so that you don't have to do a full arm's length to explain it to them.
Yeah, fantastic. So you can actually share it. So if I have a buyer right now in need, wanting to get finance, they can read that book. And then tell me, how are you involved then? Like, do they pay you a fee up front, or, how does that all work?
Yeah, so how we do is for the process, right? You find a home buyer who cannot qualify as realtors, you send them to us, we interview them. And if they're a good fit, we charge them a training fee. Like we
Okay.
hold a process from A to Z. We'll be there helping them to get into their home. So we charge them half upfront and then half at the end when they move in.
When
So
they
once we
close.
charge them a fee, then we send them back to the realtor that send the buyers to us.
Awesome.
So now
Awesome.
the biggest thing for the realtor to do is to make sure the buyers pick a house as fast as they can.
Wow.
And then let us know, and then we'll buy that house.
Okay. Got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
And then the realtor makes a commission because we refer the investor or us to buy a house for that house.
Yeah.
So the realtor actually represent us or the investors.
Okay.
And
And
then
then what percent or whatever is, and the reason why I ask is I know agents, I've helped thousands of agents. And so I know their pulse, if you will, and they're asking, well, how much am I going to get paid? So,
right. So they get how do they normally pay referral fee? So Dr. Hank, if I send you a buyer, an investor to buy the house with perfect credit, 800 or 750 and up, and totally qualify, what would you pay a realtor, realtor or broker a fee? What
yeah,
percentage?
well, so typically if it's a buyer, it would be 70-30. The agent who's working helping the client gets a 70, and then the 30 gets who referred it off. And so now if it's a listing, that typically it's a 50-50. And again, we're talking about the 3%. And so we're
Right.
talking about the 3% on that. So how would it play out with you?
With us, it's really easy. We send you a perfect credit investor qualified to buy, and we ask you, what would you pay us for referral fee? And you probably offer 30%. But if you become a VIP realtor who knows our system, and that's we're encouraging you to do that so that we can show you how it works, so that you and I together can better help the home buyers. That's all. We're in that business, we're in the service business. So I want you to know all about our program so you can help them also.
Okay. And so initially I would get 30% because in essence, I have a buyer who isn't qualified and you're not going to make any money. And this way we're going to make 30%. If I really get involved with you, then I'm going to make more.
You make more, yes.
Yeah. And how much more?
We ask you, instead of 30%, just learn our system. It takes about an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay.
Then every deal we refer to you, you pay us a 0.5%, half of the 3%, 0.5% of your 3. You have 3, we take, so that's about 16% in change.
Oh, okay.
30.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So what we do is we do a swap. We take your credit challenge buyer, we take them, and then we give you a perfect credit investor. Either we buy cash or we use financing. Then you pay us 16%. Wow. And when we sell the house to your home buyer, there's no commission, so that doesn't get involved. We don't get involved.
Yeah,
in
right,
that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
That we're all good with, hey, as long as we don't care if you guys go buy it or whatever. As long as we're able to get that home for our bad credit, bad situation, whatever buyer, and then we're going to, in essence, make 84% of our regular commission.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, we like that. We
Yeah.
all like that. We're all saying, okay, we like this now.
Well,
And then what markets can you do this in?
oh my gosh, it's a wide range. Self-employed people,
Okay.
perfect clients for us, or realtors.
Got it. But I guess my question would be geographically, where do you do business?
All of Texas. Any home
All
they
of Texas.
all of Texas.
Okay, this is good for Texas and anywhere in Texas. Now, I have a lot of people outside of Texas that watch this too, and we have, apparently like over 100,000 people. That's what they tell me, mainly agents that are watching this. And so, how would there be some other? Would it be helpful to read your book? Would that help people outside the state, and maybe they could find their own investor then?
No, we can do that outside of the states, the Texas also. We just look at different states. Right now, we're looking at Nevada, Arizona, Georgia. So
great. Okay. So if I have a deal, I could come to you and say, hey, if I'm really interested, I want to do stuff, and I got a lot of buyers that are that way, you would consider really doing anywhere. Is that correct?
Yes, as long as we get the investor to say, yes, we're good.
Right.
It's a sound deal.
Yeah.
We say yes. Now, the book is also available on Amazon.com under my name.
Okay, and again, your name is, and so I think you guys can see it. It's Till Lowery there, Lowery, and Till Til, and so that's under Amazon where you could get her book, and so what else? How much does it cost? Because here would be the next question, is because we're always concerned with our client, that how much is it going to cost the client to be able to do this? And so I guess, since let's just, I love being transparent, that what is that fee, half up front and then half when it's or half when you go through the training, and then the half when you actually close and you have the home, how much is that, and then are there any other fees?
Well, basically, for home buyers, we charge $4,500. So we charge half, $2,225, and upfront. And the beautiful of this deal is the home buyers are very serious, or they wouldn't pay the fee. Right. And the fee is non-refundable unless we don't, if we don't deliver, we return it. But it's refundable when we don't deliver. And when we charge them that much, or $2,200, sometimes we give them a discount depending on the situation. If they can't, we don't have complaints about the fee.
Yeah, and let me share about that fee. That first of all, I have a way to through a mortgage company, but you have to have good credit, so that's why this is different. Okay, right. A good credit with the mortgage company. My mortgage company that I'm associated with, which is a national large company, that they will actually buy the home. As long as you have good credit, they will buy the home, and it only costs up 1.5 points. Now, if we do a little math here, that if the average home now is about $370,000.
I know, it's got higher for sure.
Yeah, yes. Because it actually home prices went up like 19.6%, this year. So if I take $370,000 times 0.015, that's $5,550 that it would cost me. And that's still a bargain, because the home prices, if they've gone up, let's round it to 20%, that, every month they've gone up like 1.5 points, and they will continue to go up. And I already, and folks, believe me, just trust me, I know this stuff, that they are at least going to go up till the end of 2022 home prices. And demand is really there for the next 10 years. And we have 160 million millennials entering into the real estate market. So home prices, so you could buy your home and really next month have it back already in the equity that you gained in your home. And so again, if you have good credit, gee, I have a way to do it, but it would cost you on average $5,500. And with you, it's $4,500. So it's actually a steal. And because I have bad credit, my situation is bad or whatever, and I'm able to pay less, and it's still a bargain, because right when you pay it next month, you will already get that in appreciation. So did you follow that, and did everybody follow that?
Yes, that's exactly what happened to one of our buyers from New York. He came to Houston in late last year, late October and November. He wanted a house, and he wanted to build it from scratch. From New York, he got an $800,000 home, and now it's a custom home. So now it's done. Before we even closed on it, it's worth over $1.2 million. And I'm being conservative. That's the number he told me, but it's more, right? Because
right. It's more. Yeah.
Yeah, the market. So right off before he even closes, he has a lot of equity on the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. Dr. Hank, let me explain the fee. The fee is for us to put the home buyers, the investors, the realtors, the whole process together. So we're there to coordinate the whole thing. Even after the home buyer closes, we're still going to be there to help them whatever needs they have. We've been here long enough where they always come to us for everything. So we're always there. So the fee is for a long time. Now, when we send your buyer back to you, they're totally committed because they already paid $2,000 and change, non-refundable. They really want a house. So it doesn't waste your time to say, I'm going to show, and they may not buy. It's done. The only thing left is how quickly can you find a house for them, right?
Right.
So that's very assuring that you don't work for free.
Yeah. And am I right to assume that because we all know cash is king. So if I'm a buyer and I come with cash and it's over the appraisal price or whatever, because that's what's happening, the odds are I'm going to get that deal. Is that how we're positioned now with your investor?
Yes, we have cash investors and we have credit investors.
Got it.
So depends on how desperate we are. Because we're in real estate, right? We use leverage. So if we can use leverage, we will use leverage first. And then if we need to have cash, depending on the situation, if it's multiple offers, yes, we step up with cash. If it's just lower, like now, until the end of the year, we probably use leverage. But in the summer, we use a lot of cash.
Phil, you know what's going on, girl. That really, because I have to tell people, like, I share, and I have some lead programs that I use for agents, and they're very intimate, they're exclusive, and they're very effective. And one is the psychology of listings. And right now, there's this window of 60 days where before Thanksgiving, where you can actually sell your house for a record price, and it won't be, and for sure prices will go down starting Thanksgiving, Christmas, because there's less demand. And so it's demand and supply, but the interest rate still is low. And already the feds have declared that next year they're going to go up. So really, this is a window to get the most money for your house and then go buy your ideal home. And here's a way to have extra cash over and above it, and, really to have your dream home, on that. And I have one agent, Lance, that he's got 13 listings in the last 2 months because he's just sharing this good news, and there's
Yes.
more to it. But that it is the time and really our responsibility to share this. And I think I can tell you that we have a lot of agents on right now that are hearing this that are saying, "Hey, I got somebody like that," and you might have forgot about them, but the fact is they're there, and if they're serious to put up, 22, 25 is pretty much nothing to put up. And then do they have to, like, if it's traditional financing, do they then need to put in a down payment on that?
Yes.
Then
Okay. That's a great question. That's the next topic I want to cover.
Okay, good.
So we typically ask for minimum of 15% down.
Okay.
Preferably 20, so that the home buyers don't have to pay private mortgage insurance.
Right.
And then the rest is just basically, we don't have much of the requirements. We don't verify the home buyer's income. We don't verify the employment. We don't check their credit. We make it as easy as we can humanly possible to make it easy, because they already struggle.
Yeah.
And our job is to make it simple and to make the realtor's job simple. So, we have so much going on in our lives. Our job is to make our process the simple. Possible.
And I love that. And so I think, that really helps us with clarity that, hey, it's 22, 25, which again is nothing. You'll make that back in the equity. And that, and then, the 15 to 20% that, most people, and so, you would need to have cash. But you don't need all cash. You don't have to pay the whole house. That, just 20%, 15 to 20%. And then again, just, a couple thousand when you close and a couple thousand. So, so I understand. And you'll be surprised at how many people too have that kind of cash laying around.
Yes.
There's a lot of people with bad credit, bad situation, and they got lots of cash. And
and they even have good credit and they have cash. They just simply can't qualify.
Wow.
So there's a lot of people. It's like whatever you focus on, you get. If you focus on people who don't have 15%, then you see people who don't have 15. But if you focus on people who have 50, minimum of 15%, you see them everywhere.
Exactly. Well, that, of course, is part of my teaching, is that we focus our attention on grows still. And for us to, and for all of us to now say, hey, that when I attract buyers, that that I want them to be cash flush, and and I'd like to have that good credit, but they don't have to have it now because of Till Lowery, that she's got the answer for us. And that is just fantastic. Well, listen, we're just about out of time here, but do you have any other thoughts that you think?
I have three thoughts. Okay. Three things I want to close.
Okay.
So when the realtors align with us, we can help more home buyers manifest their dream of home ownership. Number two is you're going to make, if you focus on it, doing exactly what you're doing, which you love, just aligning with us, we are thinking that you will make an extra deal a month. And if you're more aggressive, you just make a deal a week. So that's up to you. But how would an extra deal make a difference in your life? And then the three is we have an office in Dallas now.
Okay.
So what we do is we train realtors and we show realtors how we do it and how to get clients. So it's an 2-hour process from noon to 2, and it's near Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
It's in Dallas Fort Worth Airport. I'm from Haiti, so
DFW. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So DFW Airport, and near there. And so, and that way also people could just fly in, and, one deal a month. And let's, go back to what the average deal is, and $370,000, and 3% of that is 11,000. And then, take off whatever your broker is. And so, you're making $8,000. It's worth hopping on an airplane and going to DFW Airport right by it and going to your office and being able
Houston.
to have that.
Yeah.
And so I love that. And you also have the office in Houston, is that right?
Houston is Katy, west of Houston.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what Katy is. It's actually Houston. And then
Yeah.
may I add one more, maybe
Sure.
2 more?
Okay, sure.
So by aligning with us, you can get more listings because you can pitch to your seller. You're now above the average realtors. You can sell, Mr. Seller, I can sell your house a lot faster by marketing with owner finance, no credit check. You as the Mr. Seller don't have to own a finance. If we have a buyer who likes it, then we just have another investor buy it. And then they turn around, own a finance it. You don't have to.
Love it.
So you can get a lot of listings by having that edge, right?
That's awesome, Till.
Yeah.
I love that. That's part of my psychology of listings that that it's a the fear is that, hey, will I be able to find my new home and, my dream home? And the answer is yes, and we have ways of doing it. But here is a way to be able to get even more buyers and more bidding wars or whatever, in order to do it. Because it doesn't matter, again, the appraised value, right?
Right. We don't.
Yeah.
We do have it appraised, but we have a lender do that. The investors do that.
Sure.
So it's pretty flexible. And then I'm going to wrap up with this. I can talk about this all day long.
That's great. Love it.
Next chance, if I get invited back, I want to talk about open houses. Because you know how we do open houses, and when we wait for the buyers to come or the prospects to come, you do open house. But can you envision have your open house sign and then have your arrow pointed to the directions, and then next to the sign you said owner finance, no credit check? Yeah. Can you imagine the traffic that's coming in to the house? Because we do that here in Houston, and the realtor we have, his name is Richard Lubeck. He aligned with us 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Yeah. And he does open house with owner finance, no credit check.
Yeah.
Last month, he did 12 deals. He made over $100,000 just last month, the best years he ever had.
Now we're talking, girl.
And the beautiful Yeah. And the beautiful thing is not $100,000 a year, but $100,000 a month. Exactly. Because credit challenged buyers have no realtors to represent them. Exactly. And you be the hero to represent them.
Yeah, I love that. And see, and that's really looking at, I want all of us to be thinking not just 6 figures a year, but 7 figures, and to take that leap of faith now. And here is a way that, Till has you do $100,000 a month, that's 1.2 million a year. And that's possible. And I know lots of agents and help lots of agents do that. And Till now has given us some more magic, angel dust, what I call it, some angel dust on us, falling all around us to be able to give us this amazing opportunity. So this is something, Till, that really all of us agents have a responsibility to let people know the American dream is real. Most people aren't living in their dream home. It might have been their dream home, but not anymore. And here's a solution that Till has to be able to get this, population of buyers that for whatever reason can't get financing to be able to be really a cash buyer and get their dream home. And so I thank you so much, Till. This is just amazing. And how do we get a hold of you?
713.
Okay, so 713
382 5000.
5,000. That's awesome. And that's,
if you'd like to email me, is ICARE, at tilllowery.com.
at Till Lowery, and again, your name, her name, tilllowry.com. And then again, to get that free book and to get started on there, and there's testimonials on the easyrealtormoney.com that there are testimonials there, and and Till will be happy to connect you with other agents to share the good news on just how effective that this proprietary TL global system is to be able to get the American dream for everybody, to include some of your buyers that haven't been qualified until now.
So now let's go turn nobody down. Send them to us.
There we go. Now we got all the answers and all the solutions. So Till Lowery, we thank you so much for being on the show today. Very informative, a great way for all of us to increase our business, get more buyers, get more listings, that it's all for you. And all you need to do is take inspired action now and reach out to Till, reach out to me, that we have the ways in order to help you become your greatest possibility and increase your business and wealth. So with that, hey, Till, thanks so much.
Thank
Love
you, Dr. Hank. Thank you, Realtors. We're here for you.
Yes, and we love easy
Yes.
realtor money. We love that. Easy money, easy life. Easy money, easy life. And for all of you, thank you so much for tuning in. And know that everything is coming your way. Love you all.
Love you all.